important role for you in a lot of ways, being that it's your first major motion picture.
Right.
And you signed up to do 2 sequels. Are you worried about the film going bust in theaters?
Se ve, you can see your computer there a little bit, huh? Se ve tu computadora, so put it in a little bit more. And like, hacia ti se puede. All right, there we go. Okay.
Ready?
Yeah, and pull it back a little bit more. Okay, you're on, Jason.
Okay, cool. Absolutely, it's my first movie, and you kind of worried about if it's gonna do well. I feel like it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be. I don't have any fear of like it's gonna drop out and bomb. I think one of the reasons why I chose to do Conan was after doing HBO, doing Khal Drogo and playing that role. Once I knew I had that under my belt, then people would know that Conan. I mean, Conan is what it is, and it's like I knew they were gonna make a beautiful world. What Marcus told me what it was gonna be like, the stories that I've read, I knew the potential that I had inside, and to be able to show that to the world, I don't have any doubt. You know what I mean? There's a little bit of a doubt when you're like, oh, well, people go watch it. It's bloody. You want it to be the bloodiest it can be. It's Conan. You don't want to mess with those true fans. But at the same time, you're like, well, it's not PG-13. You know, it ain't gonna do like what Thor does or something like that, where you want people. But you never know. I hope people really it catches on because we really, I think we did a really good job at it.
That's awesome.
Oh, you got to see it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, fantastic. You know, I mean, I know that Conan fans will, you know, I know that they'll turn around and be like, all right, Momoa did a good job at Conan. You know what I mean? So I have a pretty good feeling that they will.
You did it justice. You did it in your own way. You know.
Yeah.
Schwarzenegger was ages ago.
Yeah.
It's not that it doesn't matter, but it's a
you know what? Yeah, but the thing is that people don't understand. It's like, well, Sean Connery is amazing in Bond, and so is Daniel Craig. It's like Daniel Craig's not trying to take over Sean Connery. I mean, you get into the Batmans and the Spider-Man. I mean, Conan was done 30 years ago. It's like we don't need to compare.
Right.
There's a whole different perspective. There's 25-year-old men that don't even know what Conan, you know, didn't see it. It's a whole other genre of people that it's just there's so many amazing stories. It's a really cool world and it's a fantastic character to play. I love playing him just because he's not the superhero. He doesn't have any special powers. He has his own raised by wolves in the forest. He's just a natural warrior. He's a man. Like men would follow this guy. He's a general. He's a soldier. He's a warrior. And the fact he loves to drink and fuck and do what he wants to, and I like that. I like the fact that he's a bad guy and a good guy. So I mean he's ultimate to me. I'd love to do 2 and 3, and I think people will like it. So.
Are you worried about being typecast?
Not really, because I write, and I got I just wrote my first movie, or well, it's my second movie, and I got financing for it. I'm a direct. I want to be behind the camera. I mean, I know what's on the inside. You know, I know that I'm funny and charming, and there's haven't done the romantic comedy yet, but. This stuff, you know, it's interesting. I love Khal Drogo was amazing. Conan is, I mean, I wouldn't want to be anyone but Conan if I was going to be Superman. I don't want to be Superman. I don't want to be Batman. I want to be, he's amazing to me. So, no, I don't feel like I'd be typecasted. If I am, I mean, I'm having fun. I don't want to be a lawyer right now. I mean, I would not want to be in some courtroom. I really, you know, I'm a big kid. I enjoy it right now. So, but having said that, it's like I want to be behind the camera and I want to show my art in other ways. So it's fine to do these big ones and go do $5 million, the ones that I get to direct and make my own art with my friends, and that's, you know, the world hasn't seen that. They'll get a sucker punch coming up soon enough, though.
Right on. Yeah. While you're on the subject, tell me about Road to Paloma and the Brown Bag Diaries. What's up with that?
Well, that Brown Bag Diaries I created about 10 years ago, and I started a company called Pride of Gypsies, which is basically, I have tons of amazing writers, friends, directors, actors, and we all go out and shoot movies. That's what we want to do. We love telling stories. Stories, at the end of the day, is what it's all about. You sit by a fire. I can listen to Tom Waits tell me a story by a campfire, and it's better than any movie I've ever seen. I want to capture that. Now, I'm a visual artist. Both of my parents are painters. It's just composition, I'm a visual artist through and through. If you have a great story and then you have good actors you put into it, well, then you got yourself a stew right there. I mean, I want to be, and I've been in this business for, 12, 13 years, and I'm constantly obsessed with the art form of making movies. You got music, you got music, you got visual arts, you've got storytelling, and in acting, it's all the arts to tell and to put up there. I don't feel like enough as an actor. It's like you'll run out of faces. Sometimes you do stuff you don't want to do, and it puts you down. I really want to create art. I want to move people. I want to go to movie theaters, sit down when it gets dark. When I come out, it's changed a little bit of my perspective on life. I love that form of it. These are like escape movies. It's fun. You go there and you're like, you get out of the world that you're in, and you get to drift away. I like the movies where I can change the person's point of view, or I really, that's what Paloma is for me. And it's just like acting's not enough. I want to be behind the camera, and it's just like I want to wear the many hats and obsess about it and make my true art. It's like when I paint or when I play music, it's me by myself standing alone doing a product and putting it up there for everyone to And I'd rather keep my films small so I don't have a billion people in on it. I'd rather it run Sundance and stuff like that. It's fine. I'm not in it for making money. This will be the ones that make money, and I have fun on it. But at the end of the day, I want to leave my art. And Paloma is it's very much a road movie. It's still a very revenge story in the sense of a man's well, you have to wait till it comes out. I don't want to give away too much. I'll wait till it
Did
comes
you
out.
write it?
I wrote it myself. Yes,
Okay.
it is. But it's based around a lot of what's going on in the Native American reservations, and there's a lot of rape going on there. And there was a law that wasn't.
Alcoholism.
Well, no, it's actually what wasn't. There's a loophole basically in the system where Obama just passed this law. There was if a white man were to come on the reservation and rape a woman, it has to go to, and they were to catch him, tribal law, it still has to go to federal court. Federal court is too busy dealing with terrorist acts and everything, so they released it. 75% of all these cases are getting thrown out. But all these poor women. So now, but there's the loophole, so the tribal law could not prosecute anyone that wasn't on tribal land. What it's about is I'm married, I have a wife, a mother, and 2 children. In the story, my mother gets raped and she's put into a coma. They catch the guy, he goes through court, he gets released. We pick up the movie from right there. What if someone hurts your family? I'm gonna eat him. I'm gonna absolutely kill him. But when I do that, what happens? I'm either on the run, or I'm gonna die, or I'm gonna be in prison. It's basically it's about the deconstruction of a man, and it's about the construction of another man. And these two he comes back after like 6 months and his mother has passed, and it's called Road to Paloma because he's taking her ashes back to their home reservation. And on the way, he's basically divvying out the last beautiful parts of his heart and his wings. And I really wanted to. At any given moment, a man or a woman can be a saint. They can be changing their perspective of what they were, and also like giving and listening. And you basically see him and all the people that he meets on the road. He's basically divvying out his soul. At the same time, the FBI, federal agents are up, going to catch him. And there's another character in that he's basically adapting, and he's reconstructing his life by the examples this other guy's setting.
I got 2 seconds to ask you one important question. A lot of girls want to know.
Yeah.
Are you married?
Oh yeah.
Happily?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Happily married with 2 children.
I know it. I know it. It's been talked about, whatever, and I didn't know if you guys were actually married. So
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, sure.
It's great meeting you, man.
Oh man, hey, cool.
I wish I had more time.
You get more time, you can ask. That's why when people, I'll say yes, just because he got into Paloma. And it's like I can't short stick Paloma. You know what I mean?
Well, I wanted to bring that up because of Conan, but
yeah, but
at the
absolutely,
same
you didn't get
time-
any Conan questions, but it's like he asked me the question of Paloma. I can't short sight it, man. It's my fucking baby. So feel free, go ahead.
But I wanted to make sure you talked about that.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much. We don't get to talk about it, but thank you.
Right on. Conan's characters, he's had obviously some major trauma, major tragedy. Lost his mom, lost his dad.
Yeah.
Have you had anything like that in your life?
You know what? I haven't had that yet. I had some grandparents die when I was very young, but no, I haven't. And I think one of the things that I pitched to Lionsgate, like what was going to make me rise above some of the other guys that were going out for it, is that I am a father. And I think that once you become a father, it raises it to a whole other bar of what living for and dying for is. So I haven't had any major loss, but I would know what it would be like to be Conan and to have those babies that I love so much. My heart's taken away from me. So for that to go in my imagination and use it as an actor, I think I have a little bit more than the rest, maybe.
You have any actors that you respect, that you admire?
Yeah, absolutely. Johnny Depp I think is amazing. Marlon Brando, Gary Oldman's probably one of my favorites. Daniel Day-Lewis is a god, like Benicio del Toro. Yeah. And I like Jeffrey Wright and Philip Seymour Hoffman. Yeah.
Do I have time for one more?
Sure.
Okay. One more. Okay. Is there anything that scares you?
What lies ahead?
What lies ahead? That's pretty big. It's pretty broad.
Yeah, well, there could be some. I'm not sure what lies ahead. Career,
life,
death. Yeah, just I think it's always good to have a bit of fear in you. Keeps you alive. Remembers that you're living. So.
Humility.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Keep your feet on the ground, so. Yep. Cheers, my man. Thank you. Awesome.
Thank you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Back at you.
Hey, Chris.